This kind of reminds me of 80s Olympian wear, but you know, geek. Hey peeps, happy Monday, welcome back to the sewing room. I am going to get on with the geeky jumpers today. I started tweaking the patterns yesterday. I am going to get hopefully everything cut out today. It's going to be interesting. I checked the front pieces of each pattern and I can fit the motif on with some very minor tweaking. We're talking adding another 3/8 of an inch for a seam allowance on a couple of pieces, so that I think is going to be totally fine. Yeah, so I need to try and plan out what colours I'm going to use for which jumpers. I think I have a good idea in my head, but we shall see. So I'm going to get on and start filming the proper video for that, and hopefully a little bit more than just this intro and outro for the waffle. So I shall show you how things are progressing in a minute.
More than a minute later.
Okay, I have got all 3 jumpers cut out. I kind of chickened out of colour blocking the last one, and it was the Tyrian panel on grey, and I've gone for all navy for the rest of it. I think it's going to work because it's going to be like a navy neckband, navy at the bottom, so it's just going to be the grey panel, and it does have a lot of navy in that print, so I think it's going to work. The other 2 I have been much more adventurous with, I think. I've ended up with quite a few bits of the cotton jersey left over from the panels, and they're really nice quality cotton jersey, so they've gone into the lingerie making stash, which I will get to at some point. I think it needs to be part of my things that scare me, because they do scare me and it's stupid and I should just start, and I have all the stuff. But yeah, it scares me. So I think what I'm going to do is, what I have done is put those into the kind of like stash for, because it's 100% well, cotton jersey, so it, you know, it's the kind of stuff for like crotch linings and stuff like that on underwear. So that's in the stash for that. I've got a little bit of all 3 colours left over there. The navy, I've got enough for neckbands and maybe cuffs and things like that. The grey, I'm hoping it might go with some grey that I got from Ibiza. They look kind of good together, so I might try and do that. So yeah, there's some little bits and pieces left over. I was expecting there to be. I would rather have ordered too much than too little, because I would have hated to have had to compromise on any of the colour combinations if I hadn't had enough of any of the fabrics. So I'm glad that I ordered what I did, and those colours will always come in useful for other things. It's currently 20 to 5, so I'm going to try and get 1, maybe possibly 2 of these sewn up. Depending on how it goes, I might even go for a few more, because, well, go for all 3, but they're not like standard jumpers. They're a little bit more complicated because of all the panels and things like that, but not massively so. So we'll see. Me chatting and procrastinating with you is not getting it done. So I'm going to put you up there, and I'm going to get my laptop out, watch some more Smallville, and start working my way through these jumpers. Fingers crossed I'll have at least 1 to show you a little bit later, and I will definitely have them all finished for Friday's video, so that's exciting. Okay, let's go on.
2 hours later.
Geeky jumper number 1 is done, and I have to say I love it. I am so pleased that I decided to crop these jumpers. I've had them for a good couple of years now, and as I say, made them once, just not for me as they were, but I really like it. It is very slouchy, but that is what I wanted. Got Tyrian front and centre. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very different to my usual sort of cropped jumpers, which are much more fitted. But I really like this. The underarm construction and those like semicircular side pieces are a bit odd. The instructions are photographs only, not the most helpful, so I might do a sew along for this. And I'm really pleased that I did crop in and add an extra style line here. I think that's helped the kind of like the navy go all the way around to the front. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's a little bit of fun. Who, you know, walking around with Tyrion Lannister on your chest, but let the inner geek freak flag fly. Words are hard. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this. I am going to call it a night though, because my back is really killing me after cutting out all day. But I'm glad that I've got one of them done, and this is definitely a really good way of getting Sojo back, is doing a quick knit project. I have a lot of different methods for getting my Sojo back when I lose it. Usually making a tried and true of some description or another. Knit projects are a great ones for that because they're quick and they're fun and yeah, easy to do. So yay, very pleased with this one, very pleased indeed. I'm gonna call it a night. I will see you all tomorrow for some more jumper sewing. I should get them both done, which means that the video will be up on Friday, which is awesome. So I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of waffle from today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hey peeps, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the sewing room. I have got a throb in my throat. I have spoken to somebody this morning, or just, there we go, back to normal. I am back down here and I am going to get my 2 remaining geeky jumpers sewn. I am so pleased with how Tyrion turned out yesterday. I think he's absolutely gorgeous. I really like that jumper now that it hits at my waist. It's very big, it's very slouchy. The neckline is very, very open, so it's not going to be like the warmest thing to wear without maybe a Paula t-shirt underneath. But I can see myself making more of them. Although I'm going to be interested to see how the the Sue and the stereo sweater turn out as well. As I say, I have a few more French terries back here to be turned into those kinds of big slouchy jumpers, so yeah, I'm excited to give those a try. Last night I was editing the waffle and there was about 6.5 minutes, so I am going to waffle at you a little bit more today whilst I get these jumpers done, and then put out this evening's daily-ish waffle. I need to come up with a new name for those, aren't they? Because I mean, technically I'm filming sort of daily-ish, but the videos technically are supposed to be coming out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so yeah, we'll see, we shall see. But stereo sweater, Sue sweater, but what jumpers, I need to get on and sew up some jumpers. I think I need to change the overlocker thread. That's the one thing about colour blocking, is thread changing quite so frequently. I got away, I have, Mum was using the overlocker last and she's made a couple of t-shirts and she's got black thread on it at the moment, which was fine for the navy, mainly navy sweatshirt, that's totally fine. But one of these is a lot of grey and white and one of them is white and navy, so I think maybe I should do the white and navy one first. And yeah, and I only need to change the thread on the needles. I don't have to change the thread on the loopers, although I am thinking about getting out the rainbow thread for the loopers and then just change. Yeah, let's do that. Let's change the thread over from boring black to rainbow for at least the loopers, and then we'll change between navy and white depending on which colour I need to sew. That makes sense, doesn't it? That does make sense. So yeah, let's get that done.
Later.
You'll have to excuse the noise in the background. Dad's doing building work again. Top number 2 is complete and I love it. I completely miscalculated when I was cropping this one. I did not take into account the fact that there's a yoke at all. So I've made it 18.5 inches from there to there, and it should have been 18.5 inches from there to there, but never mind, because if I had done that, then this panel would not have fitted into this front panel. Because I am going to crop it, but this one, it was a happy accident because this panel fit perfectly into this front piece here. I love how this looks. The use of the cotton jersey from this panel in the neckband, the cuffs and the waistband have worked really well, although when I wear it you can't see the waistband, and because it is fitted in at the waist it is much more me, so will get worn, which is awesome. So I'm going to put this one to the side and start working on the stereo sweater next. The main body of that is navy, but the sleeves are white, so I'm going to do the sleeves first because I've got the grey and rainbow thread on the overlocker at the moment. When I have done the sleeves, I'm going to move over to the main body of it with the darker colours so that I can sew. Words are hard. So that I can, yeah, I'll change the overlocker thread so it matches the colour of the fabric that I'm using. Oh my goodness, why was it so difficult to say that? Anyway, I'm really pleased with this one. It's really cute. I like it.
3 hours later.
You're getting a sneaky peek. Jumper number 3 is done, and I think this one might be my favourite, but you'll have to wait until Friday's proper video to see all 3 of them. I have had a lot of fun making these. This pattern's really cool, and there are so many colour blocking options on this one. This is the stereo pattern by Misusu. I also have the Daya pattern, which might be quite good for some of my little leftover pieces of this kind of like gradient fabrics that I had from these 3 panels. That could be quite an interesting one. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun making them, and it's definitely helped reinvigorate the Sojo. The Sojo had definitely left the building. Kind of seems to do that after I've been away. When you come back, you'd think I'd be raring to get into the sewing room, but yeah, not so much this time. But it's back now. I have still got my Maya Sotis dress to do, which I am going to do because it's part of my Make 9. It's a wearable muslin. It's going to be completely inappropriate for the time of year that it gets made in, but as I say, it's wearable muslin fodder, so it's one of those ones that I am testing out and trying and seeing if I like, so I am still going to make that one. I still have my Vogue shirt to do and my 5-piece capsule collection, the geeky jacket and the cardamom dress and the refashion. Mum and I are going to the Apley Beach Cafe on Thursday evening. There's a kind of, they're putting on like a crafty evening, just bring your own things, knitting, crochet or sewing, and sit and meet like-minded people, so that would be really cool. And because I don't really know very many sewers on the Isle of Wight. I know obviously Claire from Penguin and Pear, although she's changed her channel name now, hasn't she? But Claire, and then Mum's friend Carrie, who moved over here from Saudi Arabia. That's kind of it. So it's going to be really interesting to see who is there on Thursday night. And I'm going to take my red silk dress and my Brains and Beauty, you can just see the Brains and Beauty fabric poking out there. I'm going to take both of those with me to unpick, because I need to take the bodice off Brains and Beauty and I need to take the zip out of the red silk one to repair it. So I don't have any actual, if I had a hem to hem, I would take that with me, but I don't have anything hand sewing wise that I can take with me. I've got some, oh, I might even take the scarf that I knit a couple of years ago that still needs its ends weaving in, and see if I can get Mum to show me how to do that. I'm sure it's very easy, but yeah. So oh, hello. So we're going to be doing that on Thursday. So Brains and Beauty hopefully should get made this month as well, even though it is currently the 11th. I've got 20 days left, but that's fine. That's fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh dear. Who knows? Who knows? So yes, I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of waffle from today and yesterday. There will be, as I say, the reveal for these 3 jumpers. There's Tyrian back there on Friday, which I can't wait to show you, and I will talk you through how I chose which piece goes where, how I made sure that the motifs got centered, the fluff ups I made because there was a happy accident with one of these jumpers and I'm going to rectify that for the next time. So yeah, that video will be with you on Friday, possibly Saturday. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the last couple of days. I certainly have. I will see you all tomorrow for some more waffle and on Friday for a proper video. I shall see you then. Bye.